Everybody, so day 10 of the July painting challenge. I'm going to try to get back into doing videos daily for this because I'm in the mood to hobby and paint and stuff, so let's see what I can do. Anyway, I decided to forego continuing with the Prussians for In Her Majesty's name because I'm not going to get them done by Saturday, so I figured I would take a quick break from them and do something else. So they're on the shelf. I'm not going to use them on Saturday. But I'll get back to them soon. What I decided to do was work on these muskets and tomahawks figures. There's 13 of them here, and these are the last ones I need to have two 200-point armies. So it's actually a lot of figures. It's not a very small game, or at least it doesn't necessarily have to be a small number game, number of figures, but yeah, these are the last guys I need to go, and I'm excited to have them done. So at first I cleaned them. You can see the shavings there that I have to clean up, and then I put some spackle on. And the first guy actually started putting sand on directly. Then I remembered I didn't put sand directly on the base. I put spackle first. So I just spent the last about half an hour or so catching up on July Painting Challenge videos and putting the spackle on these guys. So it's a pretty productive night. Even though I held off on my first objective, I'm moving on to my second one. Pretty productive because I got these guys cleaned, stuck on the bases, and now spackled. So I can start working on them tomorrow. They're gonna end up like this. This is what they'll look like when they're primed as well. I'll use that beige primer. Anyway, I figured today would be a good day to also go through some of the questions that I have not answered yet, and answer those. Just because there was over a week where I didn't put any videos up, so I'm kind of backlogged on questions. So I've got the questions here, but I'm going to just focus on these guys while I answer them. So day one was one of your non-miniatures related talents or hobbies. And I think I said Lego was the one I would mention. There are others. I play board games. I collect 1/6 figures. But I think Lego is a pretty good one because it involves the whole family, like I've said before. My wife builds some. She collects the, well, I actually collect for her the minifigs, the collectible series. My older son, who's 3, he likes building with me and playing, of course. And then the little one, the 1.5-year-old, he likes to take off all the hair and heads and legs and rip the bodies apart, and then just leave them on the floor because he's 1.5 and that's what he does. But he doesn't put it in his mouth, which is really good, so that's why we let him do that. What is your favorite mini that you painted in the last year? Okay, so I painted a bunch over the last year, and you can see here I've got 3 Helldorado minis, which is pretty recent. My In Her Majesty's Name British, which is pretty recent. The not as recent, but the In Her Majesty's Name Lord Curse Company. And then this whole tray is muskets and tomahawks, and you can see there's British Rangers and regular troops at the bottom, and you work your way up, and there are the natives there. And I'm happy with pretty much everything I've done in the last year, and there's more than that. But I'm pretty sure these guys were done in the last year. Forgive me if they weren't. I'm happiest with these core. Not only did I get a lot of comments for them, I really enjoyed painting them. I really like the way they turned out. I think the blue really pops, and I am definitely looking forward to getting more of these guys, both the second militia set one day and maybe some of the troopers, just to get some different skin colors. I was thinking maybe green, maybe yellow, not sure, but I would like to get more of these guys. So I think as a group, these are my favorite models that I've painted in the last year. What is the next model you want to add to your collection? Well, of course, there are always models I want to add to my collection. I want to get into new games. I want to do this, that, and the other thing. So I'm going to say in 2 parts. Number one, I would love to get into Saga Crescent and the Cross, the upcoming Saga edition. It's not really an expansion. It's a whole game in itself, and it's about the Crusades and the wars in the Middle East at that time. I really want to pick that up. There are other things like I want to get into Ronin. I want to get some Infinity stuff, although I kind of have access to that already. And I would really like to get some of the Warlord sets, like the Last Levy of Berlin, or whichever one that is, where it's there's like kids and old men and ragtag, the last defenders of Berlin. Also the Charlemagne SS group. That's a really, I think they're SS. That's a really cool looking unit. So I might just want to pick those up at some point, but not anytime soon. I have a lot to work on, so I probably won't get anything new for a while, which my wife would like to hear. What was the last movie you watched in the theater cinema? Well, last week, my wife and I, in the middle of the day, we went to watch Tammy with Melissa McCarthy, and it was hilarious. Really well done, really good. We like her. She makes us laugh all the time, and it is a funny movie. And then on Saturday, the kids were sleeping over at the grandparents' house, so we went to the drive-in and we saw Transformers: Age of Extinction and Neighbors. And I thought Neighbors was really funny. My wife didn't like it as much as she thought she would, but I think it's because Zac Efron didn't have his shirt off the entire movie. Transformers was good for action. It was okay, but there were a lot of plot holes and a lot of issues that I had with it, and I wasn't as impressed with it. But I haven't been that impressed with the whole Transformers series, I have to admit. It kind of makes me worried about Ninja Turtles coming out next month. It's another Michael Bay movie, I believe, and not sure. I'm probably going to be disappointed, just like I was with G.I. Joe, in that, and Transformers, in that it just doesn't live up to the nostalgia that it faces. It's hard because I grew up with those cartoons when I was younger, and it's not easy to bring them back in a meaningful way. So they were, they're all good movies, but just not the movies they could have been in my perspective, in my eye. Secondary objective, I'm gonna have to get back to that. Sundays, a podcast or a channel. There are a bunch that I like. When I'm painting, I have YouTube on. I'm watching all kinds of things. Some people I love to hear about, follow their projects and various projects, whatever. A bunch. Off the top of my head, British Legion, Ringo, Tristan, Heresy Productions. There's a bunch, and you know what? I could go on naming them for a while, but there are a bunch that I love. But I think when I'm painting, I really enjoy if I can catch Play It Painted live. I love his show, and I love the the banter that he's got with the guys, and adding my comments and questions, and a lot of interactivity there, and hopefully one day I can join the show as a a participant. But Play It Painted live is something I really enjoy while painting. Let's see. Let's try to get this fast. Monday. You know what? I'll catch up the rest of them from this week next video, because I'm already at 9 minutes. But anyway, thanks for watching. Next time I post, I should have some more work done, maybe on these guys or on the 6mm stuff, or maybe back to the Prussians. I'm not sure. But thanks for watching. Keep going with your projects, guys, and have a great day. See ya. Bye.